I'm speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. Coventry 5, Sheffield Wednesday nil. I thought it was going to be a 1-0 game. What an absolute mug I look like right now. And why do clubs keep hiring Frank Lampard? Second tier podcast, you're looking like right prats right now. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's hit a like target of 100 likes on this video. We've scored 12 goals in 3 games in 1 week. It's absolutely phenomenal. 100 likes on this video, please. We can do it. That would be absolutely amazing. The funny thing was, it's that early goal just killed the game within 3 minutes. We scored that goal. Brandon Thomas Asante, was it his goal? Who cares at the end of the day? It came off their defender. Thomas Asante maybe got a little bit of a touch on it. And yeah, killed the game. But in that first 10 minutes, Sheffield Wednesday actually looked a little bit dangerous. I was a little bit nervous. I was like, oh, you know what? They're coming out of the gates. They're actually playing some decent football. Then the protest happened. That actually worked in our favour because we weren't playing that well. Lampard got into the team. He even said this in his post-match interview. They didn't play well. He had a talking to them, and then we just took control of the game. They had more possession in the first half. Of course they had. But what was the scoreline at half-time? It was 3-0. That's all that matters in football. And this game, we actually deserved it. We should have had a penalty in the first half also. Our third goal from Hadji Wright was offside. I will admit that. When I first saw it, I was kind of like, maybe he's in line with the defender. No, he was clearly offside after I looked at it for about 2 or 3 attempts. But yeah, we played some really good football in that first half. The second goal from Thomas Asante, I thought he screwed it up. The amount of touches this guy takes. But today, he was fucking phenomenal. He was the best player on the pitch alongside Matt Grimes, in my opinion. Yeah, I thought he fluffed up that chance for the second goal, but he took it really well. Hadji Wright today could have had 3 goals. He was just faffing about up front. I don't know what's wrong with him. He was probably one of the poorer players on the team, personally for me. Not saying he played bad. He was probably like a 6.5 out of 10, but just so many times where he could have had a goal. He was through one-on-one in that first half also and just scored it wide. And then a couple of times he's just a little bit slow when he's receiving the ball. He doesn't have that acceleration that he used to have. He's just a little bit stodgy, but then when he gets going, then he's fine. Yeah, he just didn't play necessarily as well as I thought he would play today, but you know, he put in a shift. Ellis Sims came on, scored a goal again. That goal, I'm jumping through goals right now because there's just so much that happened in the game. We played so well and we deserved that 5-0 win no matter what. I predicted a 1-0 win. I look like a right prat. And this is just so on Coventry like. My dad's been saying this to me all day, all week. This is not Coventry. This is what Coventry doesn't do. Every other team in football history does this, bar Coventry. And now we're the team actually doing it. And I keep saying this to him. I don't see a team in this league like a Leeds, like a Burnley from last year, who's just going to dominate the league. Maybe that's because we're the team that's going to do it this year. We're undefeated still going into the international break, and that could be a positive and a negative for the team. A positive because we got players who are injured, they can rest, they can come back into the team, but then also a negative because we're in this run of game. We scored 12 goals this week in football. 12 goals, that's 4 goals a game. That is just ludicrous. It's crazy how many goals we're scoring. We scored 27 goals in 9 games. It's absolutely mental when you just actually just sit down and deep it. It's just so incredible. My mind's just blown. I just can't believe that this is Coventry. Last year, at the end of the season when we lost to Sunderland in the playoff semi-final, I said I was looking forward to this season just because we've actually signed players on permanent transfers instead of loans, so we don't have to rebuild the team. And that's the benefit of getting these players in on a permanent transfer. You can build that squad up, and that's what we're missing over the last couple of years. Yeah, you need some loan transfers every now and again just to add to the additions, like we got Rushworth this season, but your core team, it needs to be permanent transfers. And Doug King has hit the nail on the head this season. He has done a fantastic job. When he sacked Mark Robins, rightfully so, everyone was calling for his head because we didn't know anything about this guy. We thought, what is he doing to our beautiful club? Mark Robins took us all the way from League One to the playoff final. Why is he sacking him after, you know, how many games was it? 9, 10 games in the league? And thankfully, he got the appointment of Frank Lampard right, and we're reaping the rewards right now. It could have gone really wrong. He could have hired Lampard, and it could have gone really badly, and everyone would say Doug King is a terrible person, but he's bought the CBS, he's hired Frank Lampard, and we're top of the league right now alongside Middlesbrough. It's just absolutely crazy what's going on. Sheffield Wednesday, as I said, they created a couple of chances today. They actually looked pretty fine. In the first half, I would say, in the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, they shined through, and then after that, probably in the second half for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, when they were 4-0 down, they started to have some chances. That chance at the end, though, for them, in the 95th minute, you've got to be scoring that. It's a free header in the box, 6 yards out, and he headers it over the bar onto the netting. And it's like, you can tell what's happening with Coventry at the moment. When you're top of the league, everything seems to go your way. Defensive errors, they don't capitalize on it. We're scoring most chances that we're creating. Today, we should have scored maybe 7 or 8, and we took 5 of them. We're really clinical at the moment, and that's what's really impressive. And that's the funny part about football. Going into the season, every Coventry fan would tell you that we're going to struggle to score goals after that first game against Hull City, where we scored 0-0. We just couldn't see where the goals were coming from. And now you're absolutely silly and you're absolutely ludicrous to say that we need a striker, because everyone was saying that we needed that in the summer, and now we don't need it. And we thought that this season also the defense was going to be the worry, but we're not conceding any goals. We haven't conceded a goal in 4 games. It's just crazy to wrap your head around. I just don't know what to say. I could talk through all the goals that happened today, but we just look so good. I think the one I have to mention, which I kind of touched on before, is that fourth goal where Kessler Hayden gets it from Sakamoto on the right hand side, and that cross was just inch perfect to Ellis Sims to tap it in. It was such a good goal, such a good cross, and that's quality off the bench. We have 2 of the best right backs in the league coming and playing for our team. We're just so lucky to have that. If you're enjoying this match reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I do match reactions like this, and I do match previews for Coventry City games this season, so why not do it? It costs you nothing, and every single video is my attempt to make it 1% better for your viewing experience, so you get something out of it. Let's have a look at a couple of individual players also in this game here. De Silva, I think he played really well at left back again, didn't really get exposed. Van Ivek at right back, he is one of the best right backs in the Championship, and if we get promoted this season, he is a starting right back in the Premier League, no doubt about that one. If we want to sell him, if we don't get promoted this season for some reason, 20 million is the minimum we have to take for him. 15 million because he is a great player, and then add another 5 million because he's a speed merchant like Kyle Walker. That's really reliable at right back. He doesn't get injured at all. He barely misses a game, and he's got those long throw-ins, which counts also. So chuck another 5 million on top of that. 20 million if we don't get Premier League football upcoming season. Thomas Asante on that left-hand side. I remember when Mason Clark got injured, everyone was like, what are we going to do? Mason Clark is so good on that left-hand side. He's injured. Thomas Asante, he's a striker. He's a makeshift option. And now we're saying, who cares if Mason Clark's injured? Thomas Asante is doing so well on that left-hand side. Man of the match for me. He was scintillating today. Absolutely scintillating. Sakamoto on the right-hand side didn't do any of his shimmy. He usually does the shimmy when he's on the ball. I call it the Saka shimmy. And that's because he barely got on the ball today, and he had one chance, and he took it really well. It was a fantastic goal on his weak foot, I believe, right foot. Fantastic goal. And he also got the pre-assist, if you want to use that terminology, for the 4th goal, as I mentioned before, where he played it to Kane Kessler Hayden. But we've got to remember, fans, it's only 9 games in. We're only 1/5 of the way through of the season. Loads of games to go. You don't win the league right now. We've still got heaps to go in the league. So there's no point of us saying we're going to win the league right now. Let's enjoy this situation that we find ourselves in. We're scoring goals for fun. We're the team that everyone's looking in the league saying, how are we going to stop them? We're the team in the league that everyone's saying that they have to adapt their tactics to us. It's not like we're going to have to adapt to them. That's what you do when you're the best in the league. Everyone adapts to you, not the other way around. And quickly again, one more thing on the Sheffield Wednesday fans. Fair play for you guys to going onto the pitch. It was a 5-minute protest. You had to do what you had to do. Nobody deserves that in their football club. And hopefully you get something out of this season. Honestly, I really hope you do, but I just don't see it happening. Your team is woeful. Going forward, you can create some chances. Barry Bannon in the midfield today was absolutely dominant, I feel like. He put in a really good shift. Other than that, your defense is woeful. Your goalkeeper's okay. He made some good saves. But that's the league table right there. We are top of the league as of filming this right now. And Middlesbrough are 1-0 down to Portsmouth as I'm recording this. So we're the only team that's invincible when this is going up. Oh my God. Coventry City, what are you doing to me? This is not Coventry City, as I said. This is a new Coventry City. So yeah, thanks for watching. That's my match reaction to Coventry 5, Sheffield Wednesday 0 away from home. 2 away victories in the space of 3 days, 9 goals scored. We're just on cloud 9. We're in heaven. I'm just speechless. I'm absolutely speechless. Coventry, you are the team to beat this season so far. Wow. Frank Lampard, have my kids.